So let me start the part 2. I will talk about encryption. So in general, encryption is to make the text, transform the text from readable text to become unreadable text, which is called ciphertext, ciphercode. Usually I'm using certain algorithm, and we know that the algorithm is a collection or many steps implementing sequentially to satisfy a goal. So in the encryption, actually, I have, as I said, this is readable, and this one is become unreadable. Why it become unreadable? Because it goes through certain process in the algorithm. For sure, the algorithm for doing the encryption here, I need the key. Let's say key 1. Now this key is to encrypt, to do encryption process. So the process here to transfer the text to cipher is called encryption. If I'm talking about reverse-wise, if I have the ciphertext or the cipher code, that means I receive the text from my friend is already encrypted, and I want to explore what he sent for me. So I should also import it to the algorithm, and I will have the text and read it, and it will become readable. Now to do that, I need to use also another, which is key. So as I see here, this key is for encryption, and this key for something called decryption. Now, when I'm using the same key for encryption and decryption, so this is the process is called description. So when I'm using the same key for encryption and the same key for decryption and the same algorithm for sure, this is called asymmetric or symmetric encryption. If I am using symmetric encryption, that means I am using one key for encryption and for decryption. So when Ahmed want to, like if I say Ahmed, he sent the message, Ahmed, he sent the message for his friend Basil. Both of them should have the key, key 1. So the message will reach. Anyone have the key 1, he can read the message. The second type of encryption and decryption, I mean, this is the first one, let's say. The second one is asymmetric. And the asymmetric actually is different, that in the decryption here, we will have key 2. So for here, for the asymmetric, I'm using something called public key, and for encryption I'm using private key. So if I'm using like the same key in the encryption and in the decryption here, they are same, this is called symmetric encryption. If I'm using different key, here key 1 and here key 2, different key, public and private key, this is called asymmetric encryption. Thank you for your listening. This is the second part of cryptography chapter.